Don't try harder, leave. Hi guys, my name is Christine and I'm a dating, relationship and personal development coach. And today I'm talking about why you should not try harder when you're dating someone who doesn't really have that much interest in you, and why you should just leave and walk away instead. So if you are dating someone and you feel like it's really difficult, right? Like it's difficult to meet up with them, when you maybe you even told them how much you like them and maybe they've rejected you, maybe they've put you in friend zone, maybe this was even someone that you've been in a relationship with and they've dumped you recently. The worst thing that you could do is try to do more, to try and to chase them, to beg for them to come back, to try harder to get them to like you when you go out on dates with them, when you meet up with them. Because when it comes to the right person and a person that really does find you attractive, that really does love you, that really does like you, you don't have to try that hard at all. But if you feel like there's a lot of roadblocks and it's just a very difficult process for you, it's difficult to, maybe you might find it difficult to get them to even respond to your messages, then what you've got to realize is that there's a lack of interest on their part. And no amount of you trying harder is going to fix that, because more than likely you've probably already tried a lot. You've probably told them that you like them. You've probably extended the invitation to hang out. You've probably done a number of numerous things to get them to like you, to make them feel like you're really attractive, and it hasn't worked. So the only thing left to do is the opposite, which is to leave and to apply no contact and to give them as much space as you possibly can give them. Because if they do like you and they are attracted to you, if they notice that you've backed off, which they will do if they're interested in you, and you haven't spoken to them in a while, and maybe you're not liking their posts on social media anymore, perhaps you're not viewing their stories anymore, and they've just got no notification from you whatsoever, essentially, then if they like you, they're going to go, where did they go? What happened? I thought they really liked me. I thought that we had something here, and now they've disappeared. So it gives them that time to reflect on that. They're going to wonder where you were. And if they like you, and if they still have some sort of attraction for you, then they will then have to do something. Because think of it this way. If someone called you up and the voice down the phone, you didn't recognize it, and basically it was someone that you've never met before, and they said to you, oh, just so you know, I'm just never going to talk to you again. Like, you're like, well, I don't care. I don't know who you are. Like, I don't care. Why would I care? Right? And you put up the phone like, wow, there's a lot of crazy people in the world. But then say someone you loved rang you up, like someone who you're really close to. Think of like the person you're most close to in this world. Like maybe it's a family member, maybe it's a friend, and they called you up and they said, sorry, I'm not going to talk to you anymore. Goodbye. You'd be like, whoa, wait, stop, hold back, whoa. What's happening? What's going on? What have I done? What's going on? What can I do to fix this? Okay. And why would you feel that way? Because you care about them, because you love them, because you want them in your life. So that's essentially what's going to happen when you do no contact in this situation. If they still have feelings for you, they're going to be like, whoa, wait, where are you going? What's up? And they may not exactly say those words, but what you'll do is in a few weeks time, they'll just, message you and be like, hey, how are you? You okay? Right? Haven't heard from you. They may not say that bit, but they'll reach out to you in some way. They'll test the waters. And this is one of the things that I noticed that happened with an ex of mine. After the breakup, we were no longer friends on Facebook, and she re-added me. This had been about 3 weeks after the breakup. She re-added me as a friend on Facebook, and I was like, what's going on here? And this is one of the things that really made me more conscious of how powerful the no contact rule is. So she added me on Facebook again, and at that time I didn't really care too much about the relationship, and I just thought she wanted to just stalk me basically on Facebook. So I was like, fine, stalk me, do what you want, I don't care. So I accepted the friend request. And then a day or two later, I didn't message her, by the way. I just accepted the friend request. So that was her first testing the waters. Okay. And then a couple of days after that, she reached out to me and asked me how I was. And I think the reason why she did that was because she knew on some level that I was done, that I was over it. Okay. And she was in that panic mode of like, oh, no, what can I do? What can I do? Oh my God, is this actually happening? Are we really breaking up? She was in that panic mode. And so that's what she did. She tested the waters first. So it may not be directly obvious that they miss you when they do reach out, but you will notice them testing the waters in subtle ways, like re-adding you on social media. Or it could be that they just send a little message like, hey, how are you? If you guys are still friends on social media. That's what you'll notice first. They will break the no contact if they care, but only if they care. If they don't care and you've backed off and you're doing no contact, you'll just never hear from them again. So leaving and doing no contact puts you in the best possible position to create that panic mode, so they have to do something and they have to reach out to you. But also it is the final straw with a person that isn't into you anymore as well. So what I would suggest that you do is when you start doing this, and let's say you're going to start today, you're not going to message them anymore, you have to assume that they're not coming back, because we're not crystal ball readers here. We're not mind readers. We're not going to be able to tell exactly if this person's going to come back or if they're not. Maybe you'll know on some level, if you know this person really well, that, oh yeah, I know that they'll come back. Or maybe, yeah, I know that they're done. Maybe you know that on some level. But either way, no contact is what's best for you. Because if you do want them to come back and they still like you, then that's great, because after a few days, after a few weeks, they're going to reach out to you. They're going to do something to try and win you back. They'll reach out to you in some shape or form. But if they don't like you, then you'll never hear from them again. And then that just, opens your world up to just find someone else. But you got to assume that they're not coming back, whether or not you know they're coming back or not. It's best to just move on with your life, and to, like I said, assume that they're not coming back, because there's no point you waiting by the phone and waiting around for a message that may not actually come. So in that sense, then you do need to move on with your life and to date other people. Now, if this was just like a situationship and you've only been on a few dates, then you could probably get straight back into the dating market. But if this was someone who you was with for a long time, like it was an ex, it was a relationship and they broke up with you, then you may need to give yourself a few months, just doing some fun things that make you feel happy. Because if you didn't want the relationship to end and they dumped you, then on some level your self-esteem is being affected right now. Even people that, didn't have a long-term thing with someone and were just dating someone, if you really like them and they're no longer showing interest, then your self-esteem has taken a knock. So what you need to do then is to give yourself some time to do things that actually bring you a lot of joy, that bring you a lot of fun, things that are going to raise your self-esteem rather than deplete it. Because one of the things that I see people going wrong with is when they go for a breakup, or maybe a situationship ends, they burn the candle at both ends by doing destructive behaviors like overconsumption of things that aren't good for them, whether that be food or any kind of like drink or anything like that. Just burning the candle at both ends, where things that are actually going to make you feel good about yourself, like maybe exercising, eating the right things, focusing on hobbies that make you feel really creative and inspired. Those things are going to boost your self-esteem. So don't do anything that's going to deplete your self-esteem, because your self-esteem has already been depleted to shreds probably. Okay, so that's what I would suggest that you do. Now, if you need help with a specific situation, and you might be watching this video and thinking, oh my God, this is me, this is the exact thing I'm in, and you feel like you would need extra guidance, I can definitely help you with that. So please go to the link in the description, which is www.christineloveridge.com, and pick on whichever coaching option works best for you. And also you can read my book, Attracting the Beautiful Woman of Your Dreams, which you can read for free completely on my website. Again, go to the menu on the website and just click on the book, and it'll take you straight to the PDF reader where you can read it completely for free. You don't have to sign into the website either. You don't have to log in. You don't have to do anything. There's just a PDF reader for you to read right there. And also this is a good, if you're a woman watching this video, you can still gain a lot of information from this, because there's just attractive behaviors in there in general that are gender neutral. Is obviously targeted towards men and women who are attracted to women, but there are still sort of like universal attractive behaviors in there as well. And also there's a section on breakups too. There's a whole chapter on breakups. But also, if you're interested in how to get your ex back and things like that, if you go to the channel trailer of this YouTube channel, you will find a 20-minute ebook that I recorded, and I read through it with you, and on how to get your ex back. But there's also sections in this about that too. So a great all-rounder for everybody. Okay, so thank you so much for watching, and I shall talk to you again very soon. Goodbye.